Welcome to the Slog. We're the only tarberry bog in the Commonwealth. When I came across this place, it was the first time I'd seen anything like it. It seemed like a shame not to use it for something. You've probably noticed it's only ghouls around here. I used to live in Diamond City, until that rat bastard mayor threw me and all the other ghouls out. I decided that we ghouls should have a place where we could feel welcome. And that's mainly why I started up this farm. It's a good start, yeah, and I'm proud of all the work we've done. Still, I think we can do more. What if this place could be more than just a refuge for ghouls who aren't welcome elsewhere? What if it could also be an example of what we can do when we put our minds to something and work together? We want this to be a place that everyone looks forward to visiting, with smiling faces, good bargains, and great produce. Maybe we can make people take a second look, you know? Maybe then they'd see that we're not monsters.
Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. This is our cozy and realistic nomad series where we play as General of the Minutemen, working to rebuild the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. We are, of course, today building at the Slog. It just felt appropriate to choose an all-ghoul settlement for the spooky Halloween season, and I'm really excited. But before we dive in, I just wanted to say thank you. This channel hit 10,000 subscribers, which sounds fake. Even as I say that, it sounds like I'm making it up. That's an absolutely crazy number. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, whether you've been around for a long time or only recently, or this is literally the first video you've clicked on. I appreciate you so, so much. I have so much fun making these videos, and thank you, truly. To celebrate, we will be doing a 10K celebratory live stream soon of one of these builds. Not this one, obviously. You clicked on it, you know it's not live. But we will be doing that soon, so stay tuned. With that, let's jump right into it. Okay, so there are so many things about the Slog I love so, so much. One is the characters. Another is this incredible location, this like pool house location. I love the Tarberry Bog, and we've got some crops back there. And, you know, Wiseman was talking about how he started up this farm and he wants it to be like a safe place for ghouls, but also a place where they can show the Commonwealth that they're not monsters. And I love that so, so, so much. So I was thinking maybe we make this old pool house into like a marketplace, which would be so cool. But then I realized that their beds aren't scrappable beds. And that really gets my goat, like truly, because I would love to clear these out and make this like an armor hall, a food hall, like make this be the place that the people of the Commonwealth can come and shop and like experience their great produce and everything. And they even have indoor plumbing here. But these beds aren't scrappable. So there is, of course, if you use a mod, if you use a scrap mod, or if you are playing on PC, you can do this with console commands. I'm not opposed to console commands. Obviously, I use God mode for these builds, so I don't run out of resources while I'm filming a build. But I've always said I really like to push myself creatively with these builds. And one of the ways that I like to push myself is maybe not the most intuitive thing, but by boxing myself in. I think sometimes when you have lines to color inside, you have to get more creative about what you can put inside and still stay in that box. So I'm thinking now that we keep the beds, even as I'm saying that though, I'm like, maybe that's not, not the best idea, but there are so many improvements we could do here. Like we could wall off these two beds and let them be two people. And then this one, we could add doors and they could keep their indoor plumbing. And maybe we add like a little table couch setup, and this could be more of a town hall. I don't know. I do know that we want to make this area more secure. So I do feel confident that we can scrap some stuff. This fence we should rebuild with something else just so it's repairable for them in the future. I love, for our sake, for the world building, like these patio chairs and stuff. But realistically, like they want to up their operation here, and they've partnered with the Minutemen to get the resources to make that happen. This isn't a museum to a pre-war swimming pool. You know what I mean? This is a real big operation, and I want that to be reflected. So I think I'm going to go ahead and scrap this fence. Anything in yellow in my head, I think like they wouldn't be able to repair that even if they were trying. Like if this fence did get even more damaged, you know, they can't. Ooh, something's happening. Well, good thing I put some turrets up. They wouldn't be able to fix it if it got even more damaged, and we want to make sure that they're safe, you know? They're safe and they're comfy here in the Commonwealth. And we do have so much space in this area to do like a welcome marketplace, you know, Brahmin pen, somewhere for traders to be. Ooh, this is a nice big spooky tree, but I think I'd rather have the space and the size limit, because we could do something here. Something really could go here, and I think that'd be very nice. And I know we're taking away this fence, but for safety reasons, especially if we have, you know, more traders, we want to attract more traders. We want to think about their safety. So I think that putting a fence around the Tarberry Bog would be a good move. I also played with the idea of doing the greenhouse, just like a roof over part of it. And I really like that too. But I think that the greenhouse we should use for all the big crops back there. Because Wiseman said in the beginning, he wants this to be, you know, a one-stop shop for fresh produce. So I want to keep the big farm. We've got, what, 27 people on food? That's crazy. And you can see, even as I've been doing this, people keep jumping in there. And I would love to make them use the stairs, because now that the Minutemen are here, safety regulations are in play. You know, we OSHA exists again, just with us coming in and supervising and building some more infrastructure for them. Can I get this to go this way? Or do I need to shift this all back a little bit? I might need to shift this all back just a little bit. Oh, and I had that part aligned so well. There we go. Okay. If this is not your first video, you know that I like asking a question in these videos to get answers in the comments, and I've been loving that. Last week I asked which NPCs you all liked or wanted to know more about, stuff like that. One of you talked about Wiseman, which I loved so much, and I'm so glad that we're building at the Slog now to, you know, work with him a little bit and all the other wonderful characters that live here. But this week, because I am thinking, of course, about Halloween, we need one more here to make that even. I am thinking about Halloween. I want to know how you guys feel about the Halloween decorations that exist in the game as like pre-war leftover decorations. Because of course, is that a clipboard or a magazine? Oh, it's just a clipboard. Of course, the bombs dropped in this Fallout universe, you know, near Halloween. So a lot of locations in the game have these Halloween decorations that can't be scrapped. They exist there permanently. And I personally have mixed feelings about that. And I would love to know your feelings. Do you like that it truly does feel like a moment trapped in time? Or does it bother you that we are always then kind of tied to October when we're in this game, in this universe? Let me know. And I'm just going to keep cleaning this up. I think that's a lot nicer. Because we have this sort of natural wall with the boulders. We have our workshop. And now we have the fence keeping the Tarberry Bog more safe like that. And then I want to make sure we know where our entrance is. And I think we can scrap this wild mute fruit, because I think this is where like the stairs would go, where people can walk in and like properly enter the settlement for the first time. We are going to have to lower these, but I would love just like some stairs here. And then maybe on this side too. And we'll use, let's grab a pillar from the warehouse set to make that happen. And this, I think, is just such a perfect use of the pillar glitch. Just getting these stairs at exactly the right height for that to feel smoother. Because we want to make the Slog like the tourist and trading destination. Could that be a little closer? Yeah. Let's bring it in just a little closer so there aren't any gaps. How does that feel? Oh, that's better. It kind of mushes right in there. Oh, and that one could be closer too. I really should have double checked my work before getting rid of the pillar. How's that? Better. Okay, see? Double check that time. Amazing. And I know we have in scaffolding, we have some ramps too. I wonder if any of the ramps would be useful like this. Because we want, we want this to be accessible for people. And that's just a nice way to make it smoother for them. And then, oh gosh, I don't even know what I'm gonna do yet, but I know I want sort of a natural separation between the Tarberry space and this like entrance area. And I know I want like a marketplace here, right? Because we have the traders coming in here. I guess. Who do we have? Do we have Doc Weathers again? This man is everywhere. But maybe if we do some shops facing this central marketplace and we can make those good and spooky. I think one there would be nice. And maybe even we make that a really long one. 3 squares seems so long. Well, let's feel it out. We've got the room for it. We've got that. I'm just putting structures down. See, my original thought before I had thought through that we can't move the beds inside was that we could rebuild a lot of these settlers' homes out here. And we're going to do a similar kind of porch moment to what we did with the general trader at Finch Farm. Can I put this down here? No, that's not really gonna do much for me, so maybe we put this. My original thought was how lovely would it be if we could give them back some of their individual living spaces, because when they got kicked out of Diamond City, I don't like this as much. We're gonna remove it. When they got kicked out of Diamond City, they lost their, private homes. They live in a sort of renovated makeshift pool hall now. And like that's rough. And I would have liked to build each of them like a tiny, unique house. But I think I've got to interpret the beds not being scrappable as they're not willing to give up those beds. So maybe we can imagine that we went to them with that suggestion. We said, hey, we can give you, better individual housing back. And they said, no, we're good. We like living where we live. Okay, so this will be a nice little, maybe a market. We can definitely do something in there. And I'm just feeling out structure. I know usually I do like one full building at a time. But I want to feel out like where this outdoor marketplace can go. You know what I mean? Because we can do another building like this. We've got this one kind of here. And then I'm going to move. Actually, what if I do this over here? So we would have a little... Well, what do I want? Maybe I should pause and ask myself that. What do I even want here? What would be good as you're entering in a settlement like this? You would want things to trade. So you would want probably a general trader would be a really great addition. I am going to make this a bit smaller. Maybe a general trader here. Maybe a medical clinic so that traders can stock up on supplies. Food would be big, so maybe we do a food one. Back here, maybe like a big warehouse. I like the idea of a big warehouse that we use as like a bar. Yeah. And these floors just, they feel really solid to me. And I like the idea of it being kind of big. And maybe this is where they can lean into the spookiness. Like, they are ghouls. And so I think naturally you've got people who've got these, you know, preconceived notions. Will this snap here? Or did I put the door on the wrong way and now it doesn't want to snap here? Why does it want to snap inside? You know what I mean? It's like, we'll put on a door first, see if that makes things any better. Like I was saying, I think leaning into the marketing terms would actually be good for them. And so maybe this like first area is where they lean into that. Ooh, now that is on backwards. Can I snap now? No. What is the correct snapping order of warehouse stairs to doorway? Oh, well, there it is. It was just that. We just had to try one more time. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's all you got to do is try something again. But I think sometimes just leaning into a marketing gimmick is helpful for branding and brand recognition and all that. Let's do... That feels like it shuts off a lot of light. And it does. But it then gives us the option to put a sign out front, which is always nice. And I would love if we had another building on this side to really drive that home, that this marketplace faces inwards and that's where the traders should go, you know? Like this. And these don't all have to be the shapes that I'm laying them out as. I'm really just kind of feeling it out. So something here, something here, something here, something here. That feels good. I know it feels kind of like bare bonesy like that, but we are going to find just a lovely, lovely way to make that work. And I'm also going to start pulling up some of these Halloween-y decorations that we wanted to use. Ooh, and I want to make sure we don't forget about these oil lamp posts because I think they direct attention inwards in such a wonderfully cozy way. We don't want to forget about those. But I also want to figure out if there's any decor pieces, like spooky decor pieces, that makes sense to make as like a central piece. Like this is, that could be cute. Does it light up? Ooh, we do have these like plastic pumpkin things. We do have cauldrons. A cauldron could be really nice inside this bar. Like it could be a fully Halloween themed bar. Coca-Cola Quantum. What do each of these look like? I don't love that. It's a little odd. This one, I actually like the empty one better. I could see a use for that other one for sure. I'm thinking of the Bob's Burgers episode where Bob has his old friend helping him with marketing, and they try and make it a tiki restaurant, and Bob, is very resistant because like that's not his dream. That's not his vision. And that episode always kind of makes me sad because, like, I think that would have been a great marketing decision. I think he would have made a lot of money if he had leaned into it, which I think is the wrong takeaway of that episode. I do think that I'm in the wrong for thinking that. But, you know, I just want the Belcher family to have financial stability. Maybe we switch these so the back wall has a little more structure to it. Oh, and I forgot we have these lower walls, which maybe the whole corner could be like a lower wall, and then it could kind of hold up. Let's try that out, just because I like exploring different visual weights. And I'm pulling that forward just because that other wall was kind of hard to place, you know? Not that side. This side gets this. Yep. Oh, my brain just short-circuited for a second. But I think we're getting there. And then we do like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That was just the two roof pieces in there like that. Why do I feel like I already can't see? Just the way the sun is. And now we can do this here. I think that's going to be really cute. And then maybe this wall too is also like a firm wall like that. Because maybe that's where the bar goes. Let me just pop down a bar. We won't do our full like decorating of this yet. But let's just pop it down. Because that's a good spot. And then we can do some of the diner tables in there once we figure out the rest of this structure. Some diner tables and some other Halloween-y decorations. Okay, so that makes sense as the solid wall because then we can do like some shelving on top of it. But then back here, we can take advantage of the walls with windows in them, I think. Which gives it a little bit of that abandoned warehouse feel, which I think is perfect. Okay, now what roof is going to feel appropriate here? Like this. Oh, no, because this is only one square, so it kind of needs to be... Oh, it could be like that. How do we feel about that? This this part, without the eave over it, it feels like kind of a receding hairline to me. So I don't love that. Do I like it any more to the side? Nope, it just feels, I don't know. Maybe this one though? Yeah, that's some good like texture, height differences. That's nice. And then is there a flat one that has an eave? Because this, yeah, that's too, oh. I want more of an overhang. This one does have an overhang. This one does too, but the front of it is like empty. You know what I mean? Are there other pieces that I'm supposed to be using to fill in those gaps? Like, did these do anything up there? I don't think so. Oh, it's neat that that'll snap like that. I don't think that'll... I was gonna say I don't think that'll do anything, but it to me kind of it feels like a like an old railway arm where something could hang off of it. I thought I was gonna hate that. I thought that was like a little joke that I was doing, but it's actually, wow, kind of wonderful. Oh no, I really like it. Hold on, do they have a piece like this that'll do the same thing? Yeah, and they'll go together? That's a little strange. Oh well. Can I take the glass one off now? Oh no, I actually like the texture of the glass one more. Oh no, I'm liking these things that aren't aren't part of the vision. Oh boy. All right, well, let's see where we can get with the roof, because that was what we were working on. What about that piece? And then this piece sort of coming together. How do we feel about that? Because we do have the interior pieces that make that nice. It doesn't want to go there, probably because of the other roof. But we will be able to work around that. Let's just put this all down and then see how we feel about it from the outside, because this could go either way. I really don't hate it. We would have to move this piece and do like that. And then this one to fill in the gap, but then we have a nice half wall here that could actually be, can this go here? I think so, like a neat high window. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's come out here, take a look. I didn't realize this big dead tree is going to be hanging over whatever we build there, which is kind of, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh, I like it. This I might like even better with a window here. This, I think, doesn't necessarily need to be that piece. What else can go there? How does that feel? I like that. I like that, but I feel like if we do that, we kind of have to commit to that being our window, you know? Which, I mean, in theory, we could, because we could do, let me grab the half wall. We could do, I think, each of these as a half wall with the greenhouse window over it like that. And I really do like that. Then I think that makes this a little irrelevant, which is good because I honestly wasn't entirely sure where I was going with that. Could we do that here too? Am I going to do all of these walls like this? These slanty bits are interesting. Like, that's really neat. I know it's meant for an upper thing. Yeah. But I think the little pieces like these then would fill in some of those gaps. Oh no, that's so cool and I like it. I keep doing things that are just terrible architectural decisions, but I'm like, it looks really cool and I really like it. So that might be what we're doing. Wow, can we swap these out for more interesting ones as well? We could. How would it feel if it's the opposite? Like it's a little bit of glass in the corner. I hope I don't like that as much because it doesn't make any sense. Oh no, I do really like it. It looks like a haunted house of horrors, and that is kind of what I want to do. Oh boy. Okay, that I like it. Oh no. All right. It's just the other windows feel so uggo, you know? Just dark and gloomy. And we don't want dark and gloomy. We want light and airy in this absolutely nutso house that we're building. But I think it leans into the haunted idea, like the, I don't know, abandoned warehouse that's been cobbled back together. Oh, does something not go down here? No, it does, but it wants to come in this way. That feels odd, right? Maybe we go outside and see what's up. It just feels like Monster House or something. Like, we're not supposed to be doing this. Maybe these are on Inside Out. I think they might be. And that's why it's refusing to clamp. Oh, hold on. You go over there for just a second. And let me try to... Oh, well, of course this isn't going to snap there because it's not a wall. This whole thing might be a mistake. It's not going to go like that. But this piece will go like that. Okay, can we use this as a shelf? It would be a cool shelf. And what is this? This is just like a half wall thing. I guess for like a big garage door. Now that we're kind of building this out this way, let's make it like a big... It swoops up to the big window. You know, some visual flow. I can be an architect. That's a lie. I can't even joke about that. One of my friends is an architect and she works the hardest out of any person I know. I could not be an architect. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, but if we replace this, then with the glass window, then we have a lovely visual flow. Ooh, wait, and then maybe this is actually where we use this piece. Does this have the eave over it? Yeah. And then this can be just a regular wall. Or not a regular wall. We'll do the half wall thing on purpose. Somehow. Why? Yeah, you want to go there. I know you do. And then you go up there. Aha! Oh, this is cool. It's weird, but it's cool. Let's look at it from the outside, because now I'm wondering if this can also have a better flow to it. Like the windows come up on this side, and maybe they come up on this side as well. So this one goes here. And then, can this go here? Or do we want this piece to go here? That feels right. Although then we can't do any shelf of liquor behind them. Let's look at it from the outside. Okay, it's really getting dark already. I guess I chewed up the day doing this. I think I like it best. No, I don't. Can we go like half up like that? It's such a weird use of these pieces, I know. Ooh. Wait, can we do... Then use this for anything fun? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, wait, yes, this one. Like that. And then we can still do a shelf behind them. I think that's nice. I mean, I know it's almost impossible to see because it's dark, but I think that's nice. I think that works. And I think we might need to like sleep or wait this off. Or maybe we pop a generator down. Oop, not defense. I don't know why I thought that was the right way to go. Maybe we pop a generator down. Which I kind of want to be in the back, you know? And then we see what this scary tree can do, because maybe that'll give us some more light. Oh, it doesn't connect. It just needs like a conduit. Is that right? Ooh. There we go. Okay. 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 I think I liked it better here, and I would like to spell. Is there orange? Yeah. I'm gonna call this place Pumpkin Jacks. And we'll obviously have to move the generator. Oop. P-U-M. Pumpkin. J. Which way does the alphabet go? J. A. C. K. Now we can finally use that apostrophe. Apostrophe. S. Oh, that's going to be cool once we get it all. Oh, hello. There's nothing over here yet. Oh, it's because I put the bar inside, isn't it? So they're gathering, but there's nothing here yet. I'm so sorry. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop a little sleeping bag inside just for myself. I'm going to sleep it off so it's light out again. And then in the morning, we'll keep building. How's that sound? They got so excited about the new restaurant, they didn't even realize it wasn't open yet. We can do a soft opening for them. Pumpkin Jacks. Oh, yeah, that's better already. We were to that. Oh, I should have put a sleeping bag down for Preston, too. I didn't even think. Sorry, bud. Okay. So what's the best way to get power to this entire thing? Because if I put it back here, we could do like a conduit thing. None of these. Oh, I guess that one does have holes in it. I was looking for a way to pass a wire through the wall. Like this. Oh, it will hear. It will hear. It shouldn't. But this will pass through the glass. Hold up. So how do I want to use that? Because the wire... Okay, the wire won't actually go in here. This feels broken. This feels like a thing it should not be doing. But if it's going to let me, who am I to fight it? You know? Oh, I got caught in the arms of the scary tree. We're just going to put this thing really as far back as it'll like let me put it. Seems like kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. And then let's do the hack where we turn it off and back on again and just try and get it a little quieter. There we go. That's what they mean by clean energy. Sorry, that's not even like an actual joke. That's just, I'm so sorry. Okay, because then we can do like a light in here. And I think what I need is to get this, oops, then I don't want conduit, then I want connectors and switches. And I just need to get this up to like the ceiling, because then we can pass it anywhere we want from there. Yeah. And then does the power make it all the way outside, or we need more? I can't tell if those are lit up, to be really honest. I'm assuming not because it's showing the red. But if we do like this, there we go. Pumpkin jacks. And now I think too, we can move this back to where it was here. Because I liked this layout better. That's so cool. And then do we have actual jack-o'-lanterns? I know we had plastic pumpkins, and that honestly might be good enough. We'll put some of these inside. We'll put some of the ghosts inside. Oh, and I'm glad now that we did the shorter ceiling here, because the ghosts will be right on top of that. This now just sounds way too close and loud, so I'm going to pull it out as far as we can. Actually, let's do that the proper way, which is just, I'm going to use a power pylon. And I know about the Wi-Fi glitch, but I don't think we need it here. Ooh, actually, maybe back here, if we use just a bigger, not lights. Sorry, I start talking and then I forget where I was going with that. If we just use like a bigger pump right here right away, then maybe we also get our water use here. You know what I mean? Because we need more water. And one of the ways we can get water is through a powered pump, which, yep, we can put back here. Real nice and easy. And then we've powered both. And there's not noxious fumes coming in to the restaurant. Yeah. Oh, I think that's lovely. Let's move this over to our little conduit hack thing, which I still don't know how that's working. And we'll just check that everything's still connected in here. Yeah, that looks really good. And I was looking for pumpkins before I got distracted with that, which isn't wall decorations. It's just in miscellaneous. These things would be great on shelves too. Okay, I don't think this lights up. I think it'll just sit there. And if that's the case, I want to do a little like visual difference with them. It does look like they'll stack. I want to do like a little table or something to put them on. Something metal so it doesn't feel wrong that it's outside. But like long and low. Is that, I mean, that looks like wood to me. I think this one works just for decor purposes. Maybe it'll work even better if we sink it into the ground a little bit, like pillar glitch it. Just like that, yeah. And then this becomes just like a pumpkin display. We can probably do 2 up there. Okay. I said that and then immediately didn't. Because if these won't light up by themselves, I will light them up on my own. And I think the lighting should, or the power should still like reach these guys. Oh, no, I guess not. Let's put another conduit. Just down here should be enough to do it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so then we get some spooky pumpkin light. We get the scary tree. We get the pumpkin jack sign. I think that's really wonderful. Okay, so then we have the bar. Let's start thinking about interior decoration. And do track lights feel appropriate for in here? Not really. This might be a good use for the string lights. Ooh, I actually forgot that we had colored string lights. These are meant to go like on a wall. Like this. How much light do they give off? Not a ton. But I don't know that we would need a ton, you know? We could keep this like a low-key bar. I guess it doesn't need to be super bright. Let's just like an orange one there. Orange one there. I do want the cauldron to go somewhere. We'll scooch it out of the way here for now. Oh, I'm determined to put something on this wall thing. No, okay, I keep scrolling away instead of really investigating our options here because we've got some string lights, we've got some long colored lights. How long are those? Is that enough to fill that whole space? I think it is. And we could do that either all in orange or all in purple. Could be cool. Let's see how purple looks. Ooh, that would give me a headache. That would... What does it look like in all colors? Oh, the all color one is lovely. I don't know why I had such a visceral reaction to the purple one. I know I can't get it right in that corner, but oh, no, that's going to poke out of that window. Okay, so really we just want to get it centered. That feels okay. I know it's poking out on both edges now. Let's replace this one with the general colored ones too. Yeah. I think here it would be nice to have like a waiting area for tables, I guess. I'm imagining that Pumpkin Jack's is like a pop-in place to be, you know? So maybe there is like a wait. I'm going to use a rug here first to make the entry more cozy, but also to be able to scooch the cauldron in. I like the idea of a bar with a nice entryway. Oh, actually. Oh, I don't hate that kind of sunken down. So we'll just do those like separate bits. Yeah. Pumpkin Jack's has ambiance. Ambience? I don't know. And I do want to use these. So I'm going to start putting them down before I forget or cover up the space. I think 3 fit well. Is this like... I know I went off a bit on the diagonal, so I'm just going to try and fix that. That seem more aligned? I think so. I think we can do those 3 in real comfortably. Bartender works here. So let's go with our original plan to give them a shelf for some liquors. And is there anywhere this would make sense? We could do some bar seating there. We could do it, I always enjoy this, tucked behind one of the diner things. And then we could probably make this setup a bit more comfortable for somebody too. Just whoever's working here. With a little stool. And a little floor mat. I'm imagining that, you know, just gives some cushion for their feet. I think that's nice. And we've got this space, and I don't know what that could be yet. This is neat because it could have a lot of pre-war Halloween stuff. You know, I don't know what's most valuable to them. Maybe more seating. Oh, but also let's figure out where we can fit in some more decorations, because we have other stuff. We have this, which I think needs to go right here because it's pumpkin jacks. And we can skip the buoys and the cult stuff. Oh gosh, I do want to build a full Church of Adam though, at some point. Spider web lights. Can those go like up here in any way? I guess it could be cool. There. I don't think we need it. Any signs from that Creation Club stuff? We can skip posters. Mounted creatures might be good though. Although the one that seems the most appropriate is ghoul, and ghoul head seems really inappropriate for this settlement, given that they're all ghouls. I think let's come back here to miscellaneous and see if we can't put any of these weird specimen jars on this shelf. Oh, I'm hoping that we can. Oh, I wouldn't be mad if they go here instead. Just kind of spooky stuff. I wonder if the lights are in the way or if these just don't fit on shelves. It's okay if they don't. Trying to get this a little closer to me. Oh, yeah. That's wonderful. I'm so glad that goes there. Oh my gosh. And I think we can do another pumpkin in here. Oh, those do light up. Not like a lot, but a little. That feels so cheesy. What are the faces on these little guys? Because I think they would be pretty cute. Oh, look, they have different expressions. Let's do one more here, just so they're kind of equally spaced. I think they're overkill if they're everywhere. So let's keep them to these two. Oh, this is such a fun set of stuff. Oh, that can go under the table, but not on it. Let's do candle bottle here. And then, if we could do... Oh, can we just put this right on top? Oh my goodness. I can just do like a trail of these, and that absolutely solves what I wanted to do there. Oh my goodness. And then I feel like everything is getting the rainy, wet texture just because we're outside. Couch like this, I think is appropriate here as well. It's a little like old school. And then this will do something similar for us. The colored lights, I'm not sure how much they're working for me. I'm going to try removing one and just see if I can resist these instead, because I love these ones so much. It makes it so much brighter. They could go like on this sort of rafter thing. They could actually even go up there. Okay, now if I take those lights away. Oh, I do think I like these more. If I do 2 of them and then move the ghosts out of the way. Because the ghosts, oh, I thought they'd be able to go back here. Can they not? Can they go up here? What are the rules for where I can place a hanging ghost? They can go up there. Oh, okay. So this guy can go up here. This guy just doesn't want to go anywhere. All right. Well, that means he's getting replaced. I'm sorry. Because I want to do another one of these. I love the string lights. I think they're so like organically festive. And I want to make these a little more symmetrical. Yeah, I really like that. Let's grab another ghost guy to give that guy his buddy back. Is that the same one? Yeah, so let's give him that one next to him. Look, they're buddies. Okay, and now, just because I'm curious if the lights were what was getting away of putting stuff on the shelf, I just want to try one more time and see if this can go here. I don't think it can. Oh no, it did look like it could for a sec. There, right like that. Yay! And now this, I want to get a little closer to the octopus one. Is that possible? Oh, didn't mean to grab the whole thing. Just the candle bottle. Because I think a radio. I think this is a hoppin' spot. I think they would have some Diamond City radio in here. Just like that. Yeah, so the bartender can control it. And I know we don't need plants, but oh, the dead one, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I might even bring it a little more forward as a decor piece. Okay, that's just lovely. Any statues feel good? Vault stuff. I know I said we didn't need other paintings. Yeah, none of this is doing anything for me. I could see one of these as like, this is the original Jack, if it was like a haunted bar, but I think we're leaning more in the direction of like fun Halloween. And so I'm going to do another pumpkin here just because it is Pumpkin Jack, so you can't really have too many. And then I think more paper pumpkins, honestly, because we did get rid of these string lights. So let's go back in wall decorations. Because these, I think, are actually very cute. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. I think it's delightful. Let's see if we have any liquor bottles to put on the shelf. And I'm not going to do too many. I sort of made that mistake in the last build where we spent so long trying to position them all. Let's do a Nuka-Cola Quantum. I always like making sure there's non-alcoholic options in there too. And wine. There we go. We'll grab the wine. Oh, I'll be so happy if we can position this all in workshop mode and I don't need to try and do it by hand. And I think we're getting lucky. Oh, and how good did those warehouse floors look in here? Just like the weathered stone. Oh, well, that is, I mean, that's absolutely delightful. Like, that's so good. I wish this didn't say bar. And I'm wondering if we can cover that up, maybe? Hold on, let me scooch this pumpkin out of the way, because I think we could cover that whole thing with this. We can. Oh, wait, does it look better with just one, though? Oh, I think it does. I think it does. And then, oh, we can use the letters again. Bruise. I want it to say bruise. B-R-E-W-S. Oh, that looks so much better. That looks so good. Is there anything we want to spell with the other little letters, like beneath it? Where can this go? Just under it? I think just under it. So it could say food, chems, drinks, or we could spell out here. Oh, can I like squat down? I don't think I can, but I want to spell out only caps because I don't want people to try and barter here. Like this is a legitimate business, you know? Just because they're ghouls, they're still, you can't scam them by offering a barter with, you know, something lower quality. Or like that one guy who sells the credit card thing. I just know that people would be coming here and trying to take advantage of the slog. So they're going to be upfront. Only caps, which I'm realizing now would probably make more sense to say caps only. But I didn't think of that when I started spelling it out. And I don't want to start again. So it's going to say only caps. Which is kind of the same as a cash only bar. No, it should say caps only, not only caps, shouldn't it? Okay, hold on. I think we can do this. And I think they can just be more on this side, so I don't need to move the word caps, because we'll push the pumpkin back in there. And then we should grab somebody to actually run this bar. Although I think everybody we have, how many people do we have? We have 7 people. And I think most of them are like named farm workers. So I don't want to reassign those. We might turn a recruitment beacon on and just see if we can get a ghoul settler and just get lucky. Oh my goodness, look at that. Isn't that just lovely? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Hi, Preston. Pumpkin Jacks. Oh, I'm obsessed with it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's the bar that like they can get people in. I know we're out of time. We are out of time already. But maybe it makes sense to sort of mark down what else we want to have here. Just because we have the bar. I think medic would be good here. So maybe we just leave some like little clues to ourselves to come back to next week in doing this. And there's a sign that I like for medic stuff. The drug sign, this one. So I'm just going to pop it on right like that, just as a little reminder to myself that I think having a medical setup would really bring in the traders, to be honest. And then what else did I say? General trader. I think this would be a good general trader. So we'll go ahead. We'll put a sale sign in here like that. And we don't have to keep it there. This is just to sort of remind me when we pick this up next week. This, I think, would be a great little like junk shop. And then maybe this is our like farm stand, you know, like because Wiseman did say that he wanted it to be a place, you know, known for their fresh produce. So maybe this has like a bunch of tables with some buckets of fruit and tarberries on it, stuff like that. I'll put that there just because I like that like has a way to hold food. And then maybe some outdoor. Oh, no, I don't even want the table. I want the fish rack thingy. I just love how these look as an outdoor table. So that will be like a farm stand. That'll be a junk store. That'll be medic. We have pumpkin jacks, of course. Oh, this is going to be such a good like marketplace entrance to the Slog. And I know it's raining. And then this makes even more sense now as like ways to sort of get up here. We'll likely leave this alone as Arlen. His name is Arlen Glass, is that right? Yeah, as Arlen's little workshop-y zone. And it is so cute. We've added a fence here to make this a little more, you know, safety regulatory compliant. And then I think we can make this a little comfier, even if we let them continue to live in here. I think we can make this better for them because they want to continue living as a community like that. And then there's more scrapping we'll be able to do here too, which thank goodness. And I can get rid of some of these water pumps I added now that we added the big water pump thing. And we'll add back like neat seating things. I see the size limit. I know where it's at. Yeah. We got Holly. We got some generic workers. We'll leave them for now. We'll try and recruit more to this settlement. And then maybe we do add some, if we have room in the size limit, maybe we do add some living quarters back here for them so they can, you know, they don't all have to be crammed together inside. And it looks like the rain is clear enough too. Oh my gosh, how perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, the General of the Minutemen, as we work together to make the Commonwealth safer, one settlement at a time. If you enjoyed this build, please do check out my playlist of all of my builds, and stay tuned. We will have a celebratory live stream coming up soon. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have so much fun making these videos. I will see you next week. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.